Hello, teacher. Good afternoon. My name is Jimmy, and today we are going to talk about cultural dimensions, intercultural competence, and communication in cross-cultural contexts. Well, in this presentation, we will explain cultural dimension and intercultural competence. Also, we are going to talk about the relationship with effective communication across cultures, es- specifically if in the context of English as a foreign language. Well, the first thing that we are going to say today is the cultural dimension. You have five cultural dimensions which are known. The first one is power distance, individualism versus collectivism, uncertain avoidance, long-term versus short-term orientation, and also masculinity versus femininity. Well, the first one is power distance. Well, the definition of power distance refers to the degree which less powerful members of a society accept and expect that power distribute equally. Well, the second one is in the individualism versus collectivism. Well, in this case, in individualism cultures, uh, the, uh, the independence and a personal achievement are valued. In collectivist cultures, the group of an harmony or groups is prioritized. Okay, that's the difference between individualism versus collective. The first one is when a person have achievement by their own, by themselves, and then it's well seems in individualism versus collectivism, which is on the other hand we have that is when the group is the prioritized. Well, the third one that we are going to talk about today is in this cultural dimension is uncertainty avoidance. Well, here this dimension measures the level of discomfort that a society feels in uncertain or unknown situations. The the next is masculinity versus femininity. Well, in a masculinity culture, uh, competitiveness and materials uh, are collective in masculinity versus femininity culture. In masculinity culture, competitiveness are materials, success are highly valued. In the other hand, we have feminine, where in feminine culture, where cooperation and quality of life are more important than material things. Okay, and the last one is long-term and short-term orientation. Cultures with long-term orientation value perseverance, saving, and future rewards, while short-term orient cultures prioritize tradition and immediate results. For example, I, I don't know, but you have something, for example, it is, I am going to give an example of in a football team. For example, in a football team, for me, are short-term orientation because if comes uh, Aditi, uh, the manager of this team, doesn't have good results, he goes from the team because they need results immediately. Okay. Now we are going to talk about intercultural competence. The definition of competence is the ability to communicate effectively and appropriately with the people from other countries. It involves understanding cultural difference, adapting to them, and interacting respectfully. The importance of intercultural competence is essential for avoiding misunderstanding and building trust in a cross-cultural context. Now we have communication in highly unknown context cultures. Well, in this one we have the high context cultures where communication is indirect and implicit. Cultural context and relationships are crucial for understanding the message. For example, Japan, Saudi Arabia, characters measures really on nonverbal cues, and it's expected that people understand the message without everything being explicit state. On the other hand, we have context cultures. Here, the communication is direct and explicit. The emphasis is on what is said rather than surrounding context. For example, United States and Germany, the information is conveyed mainly through words, and clarity and precision are highly valued. Okay, this is the difference between communication in high and low context cultures. Now, reasons for miscommunication in cross-cultural encounters. Here we have two examples. In low context and, for example, in low context culture like United States, direct feedback might be seen as a blunder route in a huge context. Cultures like Japan, where subtlety and politeness are highly valued. An example, the second example is a direct negative feedback. Common in low context culture might be perceived as a disrespectful or overly harsh in a high context cultures. Now we want to talk about links between cultural dimension and communication and intercultural competence in English as a foreign language. Cultural dimension and communication. Cultural difference impact in how English foreign language students understand and practice the communication. While we have the intercultural competences, developing intercultural competences helps to the students avoid misunderstanding and interact effectively with the speaker of other cultures. Now we have a question. Why is the knowledge of cultural dimensions and intercultural competence important for English as a foreign language students? Here we have some improved communication. The students are better able to adapt diverse cultural contexts, fosters empathy. It helps students to understand and respect different perspectives, prevents misunderstanding. It minimizes confusion and conflicts in communication, prepares for a globalized world. In a globalized world, this knowledge is crucial for a professional and personal success. Well, now we have a conclusion about everything that we have um, speak. We have, I have a conclusion about everything that we have seen today. In intercultural competence and knowledge of cultural dimension are essential for English as a foreign language students, as they enable effectively respectful and successful communication with people from different cultures. That's why it's for me this topic is very important for us like teachers and also like students. Yeah. Well, this was my contribution to this amazing topic. With this topic, I have enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you can enjoy my, or you can get some good from my contribution. See you, teacher. Thank you very much.